Welcome to Storytime with Mama V. I'm your host, Victoria, but you can call me Mama V. In this show, we go on storytime adventures where magic exists, where brave knights and courageous princesses come out to play, and where the good always defies evil. Now, get comfy, because storytime is about to begin. Hello, and welcome to Storytime with Mama V. I'm so excited to read to you today. Today, we're reading Arachnid, written by Ashanti Reese. I've featured Ashanti's other book on the show called Azalea, and Arachnid builds on Azalea's story. So what I'll do is I'll link the link to the episode of Azalea in the show notes description. And in the author's words, in this story, children will learn how being surrounded with love and kindness can help them grow to become the best versions of themselves. So without further ado, let's get right into Arachnid. Here we go. Once there was a spider. His name was Arachnid. He was born with 8 legs, but for as long as he could remember, he only had one. Having only one leg made it too hard to walk, so he hopped all day long. Arachnid lived in a shed with a group of spiders who also only had one leg each, and they were not the best roommates to have. They didn't use any manners, left a mess everywhere, and played mean pranks on each other. Because Arachnid's group was so disorderly, the man who owned the shed wanted the spiders out. He sprayed his shed with vinegar, and since spiders hated vinegar, they all hopped out of the shed to find a new home. Arachnid felt like it was time to leave his group of spiders and go find a home for himself. He wanted a new start. He separated from the group and went the opposite direction. He soon found a beautiful new shed. Wow! When Arachnid went inside, he saw that there was already a group of spiders occupying the shed. He started to turn around and leave, but they all ran up to greet him. Arachnid immediately noticed how all of these spiders had 8 legs. He wished he did too. "Hi there," greeted a big friendly spider with a smile. "What brings you here?" Arachnid never met a nice spider, so he didn't really know how to be nice back. Don't worry about it," Arachnid replied. "I'll be on my way." "Are you sure? We have plenty of room here if you'd like to stay," said the big friendly spider. The spider's kindness felt good to Arachnid. He decided to accept the offer and stay. Okay, sure, thanks," Arachnid said with a smile, and right before his eyes, Arachnid grew a second leg. He was so happy he could walk again. "Come," said a young, friendly spider. "I'll show you to your area." While Arachnid followed the young spider, he couldn't help but notice how clean the shed was. Arachnid remembered that in his old shed, they would all leave webs wherever they could. So, before reaching his area, he used his spinnerets to start a web by some barrels of hay. "Wait," shouted the young spider. "We only make webs in our own areas. That way, our home stays nice and clean." Arachnid thought about ignoring the young spider and creating a web anyway, but instead, he decided that keeping the shed clean was the right thing to do. After cleaning up his string, Arachnid grew a third leg. He was so happy with his new leg and hurried off to his new area. Later in the day, Arachnid felt a little bored, so he came up with an idea to play a prank on an older spider near his area. He thought it would be so funny to hide behind a wall and scare her when she came around the corner. Before the old spider came around, another spider spotted Arachnid hiding. "What are you doing?" asked the confused spider. "I'm playing a prank. I'm going to scare that old lady when she comes around the corner," Arachnid laughed. "Ha ha ha." That would not be nice at all," replied the confused spider. You could hurt her feelings if you did something like that. Arachnid thought about what the spider had said. He didn't want to hurt anyone. He really liked being in his new shed. He decided he'd find something better to do for fun. As Arachnid left from hiding, his fourth leg grew. His new legs were really helping him move faster. He was so happy. Arachnid finally started to notice a pattern. Every time he did the opposite of what his old group would do, he would gain a new leg. He realized that being around such great spiders was helping him to be the kind of spider he always wished he could be. Arachnid began to be good to everyone around him. He used good manners. Oh, thank you for that. He kept the shed clean, and he stopped playing mean pranks. Eventually, Arachnid was an 8-legged spider once again. This brings us to the end of our story today. Thank you so much for listening. Please leave a rating and a review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and I will see you on the next episode of Storytime with Mama V. Bye for now.